Bro, this dude's taking mad long. Alright, I'm just prepare the podcast room.
¡Ay, ay, cabrón!
What the fuck? Oh shit!
¡Jesucristo, ayúdame!
¡El poder de Cristo! ¡Fuera!
Yo, give me a priest right now, bro. This shit possessed, bro. This shit possessed. Daniel, ayúdame.
Que te ayude Cristo, papi, yo me voy.
Ay,
Hey, you got up there!
ay. Diablo, loco, ahora no puedo salir de aquí.
No, okay, let me toss a chair at you. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Damn, okay, Kobe. Alright. Freak.
There we go.
Is it working?
Yeah,
No,
you're.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. I'm not sure how it's supposed to work.
Dang it. Okay, there it goes.
There we go.
Diablo. Where am I supposed to go? I can't see. Let me know when I'm out.
You're not.
I can't see anything. All I see is red.
I can't interact with you either. I can't I can't grab the chair or nothing because you're the one that
Am
has
I
control
out?
of it.
Yes.
Yeah, you are. Okay, you're good. You're good. Keep
All
that
right.
shit in
All
there.
right. All right.
I tried to lock you in there, but you fucking teleported. Oh shit, bro. All right. Let's hope this.
That was quite of a story right there.
Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so we're back for episode 2. Can I get a oh yeah? Close enough. I'll take it.
Before we start the podcast, okay, before you start the podcast, I want you to come around where my side is, and I want you to see tell me, what kind of brand is that laptop, real quick?
All right, hold on, because I don't know how to get out of this chair, bro.
Hold circle.
Oh, wow. Okay, maybe if I read. All right. Oh, that's gonna be a racist joke. All right, I'm gonna get back in the chair.
Bruh.
All right, so. All right. So, obviously, we had major success with the last video. We hit 110,000 views. So we decided to do it again. So
let's go.
Yeah, and by 110,000 views, I mean 21 views. So we're back at it.
See, but at least that's some. All right.
Hell yeah.
Slowly wins the race. I think that's the phrase. If I'm wrong, don't mind me. I'm kind of stupid.
I was gonna correct you, and I forgot what it was. Just completely forgot what it was. But yeah, we got a whopping 21 views. So I thought, 21. Can you do something for me? And then we're back at it again. Now.
Hey, that's that light skin activities right there.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna mention this again. You look like Andrew Tate's brother. So you have a cigar in front of you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, you just look like every Metaverse rich man.
Appreciate it. I do have a lot of NFTs at the moment. But yeah, yeah. So as you can see, we kind of fought the Avengers and we ended up in another universe. We're not in Fortnite anymore. We are now in Rec Room, which was supposed to be the original place where we will go and do the podcast because of the way they do their rooms. So it feels a bit more personal. You know what I mean? So like that's why I wanted to do it here. But obviously we had issues and we weren't able to, so we had to hop over
Yeah,
Fortnite,
yeah, yeah.
which
Yeah, let's just call it issues, you know.
hmm
In other words, I just have a really bad internet, and like it's the thing takes forever to download stuff. But yeah, continue.
what was it? One gigabyte took you what 10 hours? It was pretty bad. So I'm
But
like,
we don't talk about that, all right?
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
we
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah, yeah.
just
Oh yeah. You know, we don't talk about Bruno. No, no,
all right.
no.
But sir, my good sir,
Yes, yes, yes.
um, what made you choose this room right here? Was there how many options did you have before you decided to 100% like choose this room?
I'm gonna give you one reason.
Okay, okay. Oh, then true, true. Not really anything can not really top that.
Honestly, but no, no. So there was the room prior to this was kind of like a house tree. It looked cool. It didn't really fit with what I the tone that I wanted to give because it was nice. They had like I guess they tried to make like gaming chairs so that you can sit on it, but you couldn't really sit on them. You know what I mean? So it's like okay, I mean it's cool, but I don't like the tone of it. So it's like it's supposed to be in a tree house. You were supposed to climb up and then go, and then they have like a table, the same mics that they have in here that are apparently floating. We have a beam over there chilling. But
Okay, okay.
yeah, it didn't have like any of the stuff they have here. Like we have drinks, we have a cigar, we have a broad button, and then back here we have memes. You know, it kind of fits the theme with like what we try to do. So that's really what just went into it. Well, that and I couldn't find any more, so I kind of just settled for this one.
Okay, okay. Not gonna lie, I do like this one a lot more. I haven't seen the
Hmm
treehouse yet, but I feel like this one is definitely the top.
Oh yeah,
I'll
no,
say,
no, yeah.
I don't feel like, well, Rec Room is kind of like limited on stuff too, so I doubt that anything else can actually beat this.
hmm And I don't think they're limited, but I do think that the people who make stuff usually don't have access to like a computer where like you know how you have a bit more flexibility with it and you like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
able
yeah.
to do more. I just don't think that a lot of people that make these rooms actually have computers, which is again it's hard to find a computer nowadays that's like good enough to run games, let alone like a game like this one where may look like it doesn't really run on a lot, but PCs nowadays they require a lot. So um, yeah, whoever made this room is actually god tier because this shit is amazing.
Yes, whoever made this was like big props to you guys,
Oh
to be
yeah,
honest.
honestly, I don't know how to look at the creator name, but if you were watching this, man, good job. Honestly, I like it. But yeah. So how you been, man? It's been a week.
Been a week, yes. Everything's been pretty good, pretty solid. You know, baby's still running. Life just keeps on going. The
Mm-hmm.
happiness is nonstop. I can't really ask anymore.
All right. Okay. All right. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. As for myself, I have a lot going on. A lot of training where I work at. I won't mention it, obviously, but yeah, a lot of training. Not for myself. I do the training myself for other people. So there's that. Love life's getting interesting. We'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, it works out. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all I have right now.
Okay, okay, okay. Hey, at least that's a start right there. At least that's a start right there with, the love and. love is such a uh, weird, exciting, and scary thing as a whole.
Hmm.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
We have that might have to be a different podcast for another time, but that's quite of a an experience for sure.
Oh, I 100% agree with that. But now that we're like in the topic of that, right? So, do you think it's different because we're men, or like, or it's harder, or like, you know what I mean? Because like a lot of people think that, oh, men have it easy, this and that. Like, I get those points, and to like a certain extent, they're right about that.
Mhm.
But when it comes to like, mentally being okay. Like I feel like we're kind of left out on that side, right? So like when it comes to love, jobs, there's more pressure on us. There's more pressure for us. Like we have this stigma on men where like if you're not, I hate to say it like this, but if you're not getting pussy, you're not living. You see what you know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot of
Yeah, yeah,
stigma
yeah.
on us, a lot of unnecessary like what's the word I'm looking for? It escaped me there for a second. So like a lot of unnecessary things to put on men that that makes them feel like if you're not doing this, you're not a man. You know what I mean? I feel
So
like
basically, what you're trying to tell me is like there's a lot of pressure, basically.
oh, absolutely, 100%. And then they do that, and then they say, well, if you're not doing these things, you're not a man. And it's like
Well,
manhood
see,
nowadays is really hard to talk about because a lot of people
mhm.
will get offended with the word manhood. It's like, oh, you guys run the world. It's not. Well, yeah, but manhood is still a thing.
Well, I might have to cut you off right there, because when you said offended, that could be said for both sides, especially with the current modern day that we're living in right now. Any little thing for any group or trait, culture, anything is considered just not good at all. uh, I'm gonna, I'm gonna try my best to keep it as general as I can because I feel like if this is one of those topics that can easily get escalated.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Uh,
get canceled. Let's go.
yo, hey yo. No, but basically what I'm trying to say is that basically males do have a lot of pressures on their shoulders.
Hmm.
We are expected to be this certain type of beings that that like throughout the generations, it's always been there, and I feel like now that everybody's trying to better themselves, trying to be, I guess you could say, different, try to be outside the box of what a traditional male is.
Hmm.
It's considered like, hey, you can't be doing that. You got to keep it within the tradition. You're not a guy. You don't have the courage to do that. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And like I feel like some of the people sometimes can, how should I put it, like in a way, I don't even know how to put it. I don't know. Uh,
Do you hear that?
you got me good. I ain't gonna lie.
No, no. Do you hear that?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
what's going
No.
on? Is it a house fire or what?
No, no, no. So basically, the smoke alarm is like right next to like the stove. So whenever we cook something, it just goes off. It's really annoying.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
But going back to the topic, like I feel like a lot of the stuff that is going on with guys is just like it's just like okay. Well, before I talk about any of that, I have to talk about like jobs, traditional jobs for males. Traditional male is basically a guy who owns businesses, handle money, uh, an attorney, bank teller, um, barber shop. You know what I'm trying to say, like
Uh-huh.
construction worker, railroad. All these stuff. And now that we have these modern technology, it opens up a lot more opportunities for basically everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, not just males. You know, now that we have these streaming
Bruh.
platforms, Twitch, YouTube, so on, so on. You know what I mean? Um, I feel like a lot of the people are now getting a little bit more. I want to say jealous, but I don't feel like that's the right word to say. But I'm gonna just keep it how it is. Um, at the sense that yeah, there are better jobs, and I feel like nowadays people just don't want to appreciate and accept the things that others have, aka streamers, YouTubers, so on, so
Mm-hmm.
on, calling them out by saying like, "Yo, yeah, that ain't a real job," and so on, so on. Listen, if the person is happy, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. As
Mm-hmm.
long as you're healthy, as long as you're making the money, and in the whole job itself and the whole experience, you love it, pursue it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just can't let these people keep on downing you by saying like, "Oh yeah, come on, man, you could get a better job and this and that." Listen, if the job you love is easier, you can compare that to like any like kind of like sort of like business owners right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. You gotta stress out with the sense of like try to keep everything intact. On top of that, like keeping track with all the coworkers, all the financials, and so on, whatever. Which comparing that to a YouTuber, you're just making your own content, whatever the hell you want,
Mm-hmm.
at whatever time you want. You could be at your house, you could be at the park, anywhere that you're comfortable with. What's better than that? You know what I mean? And on top
Absolutely.
of that, if you don't convert your channel into like a company, and this is more like a shout out, like Smosh, Mythical Mornings, and stuff like that, that were little channels that convert into bigger companies, that's more stress on them. But if you're just gonna be like a smaller YouTuber or whatever, and just trying to be something big with just working on just yourself, then it's gonna be less stress for you. I mean, besides like the editing the videos and the emails and so on, so on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like the answer is still it just depends on the person. If it makes you happy, go for it.
Okay. All right. You touched on something, and it reminded me of an interaction that I had over at work. Um, you said as long as you love you love. Oh my God, I can speak. I promise. As long as you love your job, it shouldn't matter what anybody else says, right? Um, like
Correct.
like I said, I am a trainer at where I work at. So when we have something where like we have regular associates who work under us. They also train people on like a specific thing. And then I remember one of them was saying to me, "Hey, I want to become what's the equivalent of that?" And like, don't you get tired of like all the questions and all that? And it took me a second because like I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? The thing is, when you love your job, it doesn't get tiring. Because especially when it's somewhere that you actually love being or like you love something you love to do, right? Like I've always known that I had a passion for like teaching people, especially stuff that I'm passionate about. And I'm thankful that this job is able to let me do that. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people. I'm not like I said. It will make a lot of sense if I were to mention the name of where I work at, but I'm not going to because a lot of people are going to either go against that or I'm not trying to start nothing. I am a tired 23-year-old right now. But um, but yeah. So him approaching me and then he was asking me, don't you get tired of like the questions and like people not understanding stuff? And I kind of just told them, once you love if you love your job, you don't really mind doing that. And my challenge, like every time that I'm teaching someone, is how can I relay this information so that they can understand it and not forget it. What I find myself doing a lot is repetition. Like I repeat stuff and I make sure that I don't get away from a subject or walk away from a subject without having them have that understanding. um, and a lot of people have thanked me for that. Like I have had a lot of people come back to me and be like, "Hey, like if you hadn't done that, like I would have never gotten this." I've also had associates who they go out, they do their job the first couple of weeks, and then like their numbers are really low. But then, because again, I what I teach them the first day is all like orientation stuff, and then the second day and everything else, like anything process path related or like job related, is going to be the one associate who teaches that, right? So whenever we have like a retrain going on, I'm the one that takes care of them, and it's a specific department that I absolutely love. So whenever they come from there, and even the manager for that department tells me like, hey, I like when you teach them because when they come back from that retrain session, they become a whole new store. Or wow, actually no, that's why yeah, I should say it. A whole new store. It's called the store department. They're tasked with putting boxes or items into the bins, and we have it's a warehouse, so we have machines going up and down and everything. So when they come back from that, I've heard nothing but good things. And like honestly, there's no better feeling than that than just having someone tell you, hey, the way you're doing your job is not only effective, but you're doing like a great job at it. And like I know a lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't settle for like compliments and all that, but like, it feels good to know that you're doing your job correctly, right? And that kind of falls into with mental health, especially for men. Um, if you have a job that you love, like Xavier was telling, um, and you get praised for it because you do your job so well, it's gonna at the end of the day, it's gonna affect you positively, right? Regardless of what's going on. Because I can tell you right now, I've only ever had two jobs where like I voluntarily wanted to come in and it didn't feel like a hassle. Because if you're every day you wake up and all you think about is, oh, I gotta get to work. Oh my god, like you should probably look for another job. It's probably not it for you, man. But when you love your job and you're like, okay, I gotta go, get ready, let's get to work. Like that's where it's at, bro. Like that's where it's at. I know I talked a lot there, so.
Bruh.
No, but I'm not gonna lie. Everything that you just said, I just have to say I agree. Um, Damn, like all I could say, like it sounds like you're basically changing these people. Not just the aspect of just working, but you're reaching out a part of them that they haven't reached out in their job, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You brought out that part of them that they needed to come out, that needed to come out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I got what you mean. Yep.
So yeah, so in a way, you're kind of like bringing the motivation out again.
Mm-hmm.
You're sparking that stuff out. But
Yeah.
yeah, not gonna lie, the way that you described that was pretty. Damn, that sounded like my orientation already. Shit.
Shit, you ready to move these boxes or what? Oh man, but yeah, where I work at, there's a lot of like opportunities and whatnot. There's a chance that I may or may not be able to transfer over to Virginia for like a couple months.
Really?
To yeah, to be because there's like a new warehouse opening up, and they usually send people over from other warehouses in order to open it up, get it
Hmm.
started, and then they send them back. And obviously, we got a bonus and all that, but just to have the experience of being able to experiment with like different people, different kinds of like personalities and all that, I like the challenge. So I'm hoping that I can get that role, and I'm able to head over there. I mean, they're literally paying for everything. They're gonna give me a card for food. They're gonna give me a card for gas. They're going to pay my hotel. They're gonna pay everything, and I get a bonus on top of that, and whatever I'm making.
Okay, okay, okay.
Hmm.
I see you coming up little by little.
Oh yeah, the goal, hopefully get a corporate role, but we'll see.
Okay. Now see, now the only thing that I wish personally that I wish that it could actually freaking happen, and I know you wish this too, is to for you to come all the way down here. And
Oh God,
damn, I want that to happen already.
I know. It's like the closest facility near you is like 70 years away.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, I live in literally in the middle of nowhere, like nowhere. All you see is trees, gas station, Dollar General. That's it.
it is
Which comes
really
back to the issue that I have of the goddamn internet. But anyways, let's keep going with this podcast.
absolutely. I would like to stay a little bit longer on the whole men's health thing because I feel like at some point in our lives we obviously
Mhm.
we're both men or at least we identify
Yeah,
as men.
yeah,
So I feel like at some point in our lives we've had that low moment where like obviously we don't have the same support system as women do, right? Although everybody
yeah,
says, well, reach out, but it's like it's hard because number one,
yeah.
you feel like you're all like unless you have that specific person that you can always go to, which by the way, it's literally just me and my brother. Like anytime something happens between us, or like, not in the sense because honestly we never fight. Like that's not something that we do. We joke around and everything,
Hmm.
but like when we say take things seriously and like we talk to each other about our mental health, like
Like
we
we
take it
real like
seriously.
100% all of the time.
100% on that. And it's like unless you have that person, and a lot of people don't. They tend to just go
Just
through it.
isolate and just suck it up kind of thing,
Yeah,
and just
yeah. It
basically just wait till batshit crazy just happens.
hmm No, and like it's something that gets often overlooked, right? Like women have like their friends and everybody, and then like a single Facebook post will get you like 7 therapists in your inbox. Whereas us as
Hmm.
men, honestly, the way I deal with like anything health related, I share memes. I laugh my ass off, and like that's a quality that's something that I developed, right? Even if it's like
Yes,
a
yeah.
momentary like laughter, right? It helps out a long way. So like
Hmm.
I remember like a really low point in my life. I called you because you remember that phone call. I was like, dude, I was not good. And then
Yeah,
I called
I
you.
do remember that like if it was
Yeah.
yesterday. Like
Oh,
it
dude.
was like I mean I'm not gonna go into specifics or
Mhm.
anything, but like
It was
dude, like
bad.
your tone of voice and everything, like
Mhm.
me being your brother, and I'm like, damn man, like
Yeah, you noticed that
what
quick
can I do?
too.
You know what I mean? And like you live over there, I live over here. What's the
Yeah.
best option for me? What's
Mhm.
the best words that I could say to reach out to you?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that's like the main point that I was trying to make earlier. That with guys, like you said, what is it called? It can't just really just fill out your feelings like that because like at the end of the day nobody cares like
Mhm.
see I didn't want to say this but I kind of have to comparing guys to females this might be a sexist talk now see
I'm
I
getting
didn't want to
canceled.
do
It's all
this
good.
but I feel like this kind of has to be touched
Mhm.
now
Mhm.
you know comparing guys to the females nowadays like a lot of the females nowadays I mean that's the most hardest thing that for guys right now is that a lot of the females are being influenced by these boss bitches. They're
Ah.
always trying to be the super hard, super cute boss bitch. Like, I could
Mhm.
get whatever I want and whatever time I want. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's just not like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like us being men, like traditional men, at least we try to be. I'm talking about me and you, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
We try to keep it as traditional as we can. We don't say that out loud. We don't think of that. But deep down, if another person sees us, they can definitely say that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like, we don't, like, yeah, we joke around and stuff like that. But deep down, we don't actually say the shit that we don't actually mean when it
Right.
comes to, like, females or to other people. I mean, it also depends.
Mhm.
What was another thing that I was going to say? Um, Another thing is that, like you said, females do have more of a,
Support system.
how do I put this, support system, correct. Like, for example, when a guy posts a picture, it's just like, it's simple likes, that's it. Oh, cool picture, bro. That's it. A bitch or with a girl literally starts like posting a picture. Oh my god, you look so fucking gorgeous. How, I want to be like you. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's like a 360. It's literally a 360 right there.
It really is.
But and like a good example would be like our incident with our father. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
When I used to go to school, like nobody mentioned it. It's like, hey, you all right? Yeah, it is what it is.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well, if you need to talk to somebody, it's all right. But whenever I try to reach out to those people, oh, No, it's okay. You know, they did try to make it the conversation that they try to have with me. It felt
Mhm.
like they weren't really in that conversation, even though they were the one talking.
Mhm.
It just felt like they just trying to say stuff as it felt so general that it felt like they were just trying to say stuff to see that it makes me feel good, but also it also felt like they were just trying to like walk away from it. You know what I mean? They felt a
Yeah.
little bit awkward with the situation.
Mhm.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I hear you.
So like at the end of the day, I don't know. The best way I could say, if you don't need to have that click, you just need that one person. If you don't have that one person, or at least two, or that friend group, it's going to be a lot harder on you if you don't have that strong mindset.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I feel like, especially like, again, not going into details, but with our situation, it's a little harder because of like what happened and the way it happened too. So like a lot of people
Hmm.
are not, I guess the best way to say it is, they're not uh, prepared to have the conversation. So like while a lot of people would like to help, they just don't know how. Because again, like
Exactly.
we can, I can sit here and like, if you're going through a breakup, bro, I've gone through plenty of them, so bro, I got you.
Oh, me too. You
This is
already know that.
the yeah. So like I can sit here and then I can tell you, like, hey, it's gonna get, there's plenty of fish in the sea and all that, but like how do you handle a family loss eventually, right? Like how do you and the way it happened, especially, like that's like it's tough. So like I tend
I
not
mean,
to
it's not
bring
even
it.
that too. I feel like it's also the way that the person grieve, grieve the whole situation. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
You know, me, our other brother dealt differently. Our sisters, you know,
Mhm.
you dealt it with differently.
Mhm.
And which now that I'm talking about this, like the first time that you came to where I live, you remember that one time we were in that, cruising around in the car, and out of nowhere I started bringing up the topic.
Yeah.
Because I never
Yeah.
like I never got to hear or understand how you went through it, and that's why
Uh huh.
I kind of like wanted to check up on you and like if you were okay, kind of thing.
Uh huh.
So like I'm kind of glad we did talk about this
Mhm.
because like if I never asked that when you were over here, I would never understood you to begin with.
That, yeah, yeah. That definitely shaped a lot of my thought process. So I see where you're coming from. Yep. That makes sense. But I also feel like we kind of like we kind of had to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, not only because
Yeah.
you experienced it and like you went into detail about everything, but it's that hard conversation that you wouldn't get from a friend. You know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
they kind of always feel like, oh, I'm walking on eggshells. I don't want them to remind me of this and that. But at the end of the day, you have to talk about it. Like you have to speak on it, like how you feel, how it all happened, what it was that happened through your eyes. And when you told me like everything, like obviously we had a little session where we were teary eyed and everything because it was horrible, but
Hmm.
it was good because you were able to get that out of you, like spoken, rather than just thinking about it and then forgetting it and then trying to keep forgetting it. We were able to like talk through it, and then we were able to speak to each other. And obviously I was there and then you were there, so in the case anything happened, we can console each other. But like we were able to speak on it, and I feel like that's something that we needed to do. Like we I feel like I wouldn't have been, because like shit, I'm tripping over my words. It's something that yeah, because I want to make sense, but I also don't want to give out too much. You know what I mean? So
No, yeah. No, yeah.
uh
You're trying to be as general as you can without having to fill up the
yeah,
situation.
yeah, exactly. But again, like I feel like if we hadn't talked about it and then kind of understood like each other's point of view when it came to it, then I feel like we wouldn't have been not okay with what had happened, but we wouldn't have been able to accept what happened, because there's a difference
I
between being
was just thinking about the
okay,
same thing.
yeah, being okay with it and accepting it are completely different things. Being okay with it
Yeah,
is the first step to you know
the
accepting
grieving.
it. Right. So at first, I was okay. Am I okay? I understand it happened, but then it have, and then after a while, I'm like, okay, I just, this is gonna be the new reality. That's accepting like the reality of it. Okay, I understand. And like, what can I take away from this? That's always my question towards anything like mental health related or life related. Really, it's like, what can I take away from this? And what I personally took away from it was, my goal is not only to keep the promise that I made to my father, but to, again, not that our dad was like the worst thing in the world, but I want to be a better father than him because that's what he would have wanted me to be. So
Exactly.
towards like life and everything, that's what I took away from
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree.
it.
No, but yeah, like this is more like an opinion,
Uh-huh.
based thought that I'm thinking right now.
Mhm.
I feel like guys should stick with, guys. When it comes to like just life decisions, just about life in general, when you're feeling like stuck in general, stick with, your homie, stick with your brother, stick with your sister.
Mhm.
You know, I would say just stick more with the guy, just because you don't know if that other person feels the same way. They know you enough. Preferably choose somebody that knows you, and you know what I mean.
Right, 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 right.
Because at the end of the day, females they got a lot of people, man. We just have each other,
Right, right.
and
And even that's
not
hard.
only that, but like the mind is great. The mind it just works so fast, so differently, so you know what I mean. You're
Mhm.
thinking about millions of things at once, and you don't know what exactly you're going to do. You know.
Mhm.
And on top of that, like if you want to talk about like like general topics, like mainly guys are like the you know the main people that commit suicide the most,
Mhm.
and so on and so on.
Yep.
They're the ones who go through all this trauma, causing the trauma to themselves,
Mhm.
to medical, to drug addicts, to so on and so on. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not saying all guys, because there's some females too,
Yeah, yeah.
depending on their conditions and so on and so on. That I was gonna say that they're more daring. So always, always, always just speak on about the topic with somebody, preferably the same gender.
Yeah. Now, if you're
If
part of the
you know,
LGBTQ community,
yo, just bruh.
yeah, someone be like, you know what, that's gonna be a moment. But
There it goes. There it
yeah,
goes.
yeah, yeah. We'll stay away from that. Don't worry, we'll stay away from that. But yeah. So all right. So we talk about mental health and everything. And before I leave the topic, just want to squeeze in a little bit. Um, Personally, the way I deal with it is
Mhm.
laughter, jokes. Even though some of them are dark humor, I don't know why. I just fucking love dark humor. Which
It just happens, bro. It
yeah,
just happens.
yep.
If it works, it works, man.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of my way with it, and that's kind of how I keep myself mentally okay. So it's just jokes. My method of being okay is laughter. That's why I'm always laughing. I'm always like trying to make other people laugh. It's kind of my
Hmm. Hmm.
not only like my friend. You know how they have love language and all that. That's my
Yep.
friend language. Like I'm always gonna try to make people laugh because if I'm making you laugh, then that means I'm taking away maybe a little bit of that moment that you're starting to feel like really bad about whatever the situation may be. I'm taking you away from that moment, even if it's just a slightly bit. So again, that's just me personally. Not everybody is the same, and I understand that. A lot of people have different ways of dealing with it, whether it be drugs,
Yep.
alcohol, all that good stuff. Well, not good, but you know what I mean. um,
Yeah, but basically what you're trying to say, there's always the better option.
oh yeah, no, laughter can really cure
And
a
now
lot
that
of things.
now that you say laughter, which brings upon, that's why I fucking love it whenever we're all together, because dude, it's never a bad time. It's never a bad
Absolutely,
time, bro. It's never a
absolutely.
bad time.
Hmm. Absolutely. And we created this, I want to say, this culture between us, right? Where like regardless of what's happening, obviously if we need to talk about stuff, if there's a group of people, it's not like we don't trust the people that we're with. It's just we much rather talk to each other than go out there and to the group and then bring that to the group, right? We always talk to each other. We make sure that we like,
Yep.
okay, talk to me, what's going on? Okay, I understand. Oh, you already know, bro. If there's anything I can help you with, you let me know. Um, and then we kind of go back and then boom, right back to it. But like I said, men. It's gonna sound kind of too but men don't have the support system that women do. So what we end up doing is creating our own support system, whether it be talking to the homie
So
or
basically,
laughter.
we're ending up just making our own cult.
Yep.
But
Speaking of cults,
whoa, 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 whoa. Okay.
speaking of cults,
I'm hearing the cancellation right now.
oh yeah, speaking of cults, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I didn't think about that, but it is a topic. We're gonna talk about it. All right, so again, if you watch the last episode, we did talk about a video game called The Forest. We went into a little bit of
Yeah,
detail
yeah,
about what it
great game by the
was.
way, great game.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait for the second part, and it's gonna be amazing. But yeah, we hooked a lot of people on it, and they absolutely loved it. We had a chance to play with like a plethora of people, right? There was this one instance where your cousin joined in, and then we find out because like every time we
I remember.
every time we played with some, we found something new, right? And then we started finding the pages that were like the scribble ones, not like how they have the survival ones, and then they have the scribble ones, right?
Yeah, yeah, which is
Yeah,
basically kind of like blueprints and so on.
yeah. So we found the one for the church. A little bit of background. A little bit of background. We have a background in Pentecostal churches. Um, I'm personally haven't been to a church in a while. That's just my personal
It's the
thing.
same over here.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to get back into it, but it's a little bit hard with, job and family,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
on, more.
Yep. And if you've ever been in a Pentecostal church, they are loud. They move around a lot, and
Hey, scratch that. A Pentecostal Puerto Rican church. Yeah, you got to emphasize a
you're
Puerto
right.
Rican because
You're right.
it is
You're
a
right.
difference between a white Pentecostal and a Puerto Rican Pentecostal. I'm not
Oh,
trying to be racist over
absolutely.
here, but
There
hey,
is
I got,
no.
just let that,
Yeah,
let that sink in.
yeah. You gotta just. So, I hate to say it like this, but we tend to joke with stuff like that. But like, cause we use our past experiences and we implement it into what we're doing. If you watch a video earlier, or if you didn't, that's gonna be up. You'll be able to go back. Um, my man's was my man was stuck to a chair. He started floating everywhere. So I was like, in the name of Jesus, and all your good stuff. So, all right. So in the game, you are able to build like this mini like shack that looks like a church, and that's what it's meant to be. So it's supposed to be like a sanctuary or like a church, right? It has an altar and everything. And like I said, you have the people who are not, they're not okay in the mind. They're the natives in that land, but they're carnivores, right? They not carnivores.
Mm-hmm.
Cannibals. There we go. That's the word. Yeah, so they're cannibals. So again, we didn't know that if you just don't mess with them, they won't mess with you, even though they'll come by and they'll check out like what you're doing. Um, we beat the shit out of them because we wanted to upgrade our weapons. I know it sounds bad, but it's true.
When in doubt, just beat the shit out of stuff, all right?
Honestly, yeah, any video game, if there's team killing, we probably already done it. Um, so again, we have Xavier's cousin come in, and I start building the church, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna build the church? Cool, yeah, let me help you out." We started getting all the logs and everything. It's a huge process because it's huge, and then
Yeah, no. Oh yeah.
oh yeah, no,
We definitely caused how do you
deforestation.
even say that? Eso mismo.
Yeah, we call it deforestation. It's actually the title of the video too. The forest, but we call it deforestation. So if you guys want to take a
Yeah,
look at that,
hey,
you
you want to
will.
see those videos? Definitely in the channel too.
Yeah, 100%. So I make this, right? And then I come in and I'm like, hey guys, come in. And I'm standing at the altar and I'm in there and I'm like, because like, again, we have a background in church. what I do is like out of the back of my head, I start pulling out like Bible verses and I start going through them. And then as I'm doing this, like we're quiet at first, and then like we see the monsters, and I'm like, espérate, the nombre de Jesus, and I start beating the crap out of the cannibals with the sticks. Just start beating the crap out, and I'm out here like, I hate to say it, but I started, acting like I'm speaking in tongues, which I'm not going to do right now. Which I'm not going to do right now. So as I'm being, the shit out of him, I start doing that, and then I was about to say his name. Your cousin, oh my, yo, he could
Yes, my
not.
cousin. This like it was. He was just dying of his, just laughing and laughing and
Yeah.
laughing, dude. He was wheezing. The dude sounded like a teapot, bro.
Mm. Oh
But not
God.
only that, it was the part that me personally, the part that I love within that experience is that these fetuses started coming out of this like inside, like through the
Oh
freaking window. So
yeah.
like if you guys don't know, like you can't really just put a glass window.
Mhm.
That doesn't exist.
Right.
They're just like that T-shaped part of the window. It's just made out of wood, like branches and stuff.
Mhm.
So like they could still, if you're little enough, you could still fit. Like for example, like a bird or a raccoon or
Oh yeah.
or
Yep.
some. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And these fetuses, these cannibalist fetuses, would just nonstop shooting out from outside to inwards to inside of the church. And I'm like, damn, bro, that shit was funny. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it
And not only
was.
that, like, but the part to make it even worse is that we started putting these little head trophies on the stupid ass wall of the church, and while having this, while having a church service in the goddamn forest.
My personal favorite part was when I was doing like the whole quote unquote preaching, and then one of them comes in because they kind of just come in and they like back away from you, and I'm like, oh, tú sabes qué? In the name of Jesus, fuego de Dios, and then I put them on fire with the fire stick.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just gonna mention that. I was just gonna mention
I'm like, in the name of Jesus or something, fuego de Jesucristo, and they start going crazy
We're just
like,
laughing, and all you
yeah,
hear in the background is the.
yeah, and then your cousin's like, oh god, yeah, yeah, oh god, it was something, man. Oh,
Oh my
uh,
god, I didn't laugh. Oh my god, I haven't laughed like that in a good bit. In a good
hmm
bit.
it has been a while.
Man, my cousin was actually supposed to be in this podcast. If for those who doesn't know, but shout out to him. But he has some businesses to attend.
Hopefully, the third episode has a guest. I'm hoping we're able to get one. If not, and it's completely fine.
Yeah, hopefully. If you're watching this right now, you want to be part of it. You could always hit him up.
Or hit Savi up, and then doesn't matter. Either way, the information is gonna get to me.
That is true.
But yeah. I feel like, oh, man, I really feel like going back to the forest, but it's not gonna be the same without the crew. You know what I mean? So like, I'm very hesitant
Yeah,
to
it's
do
just
it.
not the same, man. It's like the same thing with any other game. Like if it's a co-op game, okay, that's different. You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
But like if you have an online server, bro,
Yeah.
all hell's gonna break loose. All hell's gonna
hmm
break loose.
And then we work like these extensive hours, so it's like, well, I'm trying to play now, but let's say I have the server and I'm out there working, and you guys can't go back to like whatever you were doing because I have the save file, not you guys. That's the part that sucks.
Exactly.
That's the part that really sucks. But
Yeah, like it's the same thing with any other game. Like it starts peaceful, butterflies, green forest,
hmm
whatever.
hmm
By the end of the goddamn session, nuclear World War V already happened. Everybody's dead, decapitated. Oh, the sea is filled with blood. Like, damn, bro. What else can we ask for?
Oh, you can add in us fucking torturing our own teammates or like team killing them and
Yes,
shit
honestly.
because we're
Rainbow Six
dicks.
Siege. Yes, exactly. That's what I meant.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, any type of game. I mean, in CODs we made Ricardo walk the plank. I mean, This there's literally like no holds bar at that point. If there's team killing, we're gonna do it. Like I said before.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But
No, but I honestly can't wait. You imagine they got a new, like, modern church that stuff to the forest?
oh, I'm looking forward to that, dude. I have so many ideas. You
Bro,
have
if
no
they
clue.
have that and we could dress up, bro, if they have like costumes, like set up costumes of a pastor or a nun
It's
or,
over.
of a chaplain or some, bro, oh my God, it's
It's
over.
over.
That's all
It's
I gotta
over.
say. It's
Yep.
over.
All I
It's
really
over.
need, all I really need is a suit and tie. That's all I need.
Soon as that game starts coming out, yeah, it's definitely there's gonna be skits, clips,
Oh yeah.
videos,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a podcast instead of the Sons of the Forest. While shit in the background just going wild. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
We're gonna.
We just have to wait and see. Dude, you just imagine just sitting us like having a table or
Uh-huh.
or scratch that, just having a campfire and just a chair in one end and the other one in the other you know, and then just fetuses just flying while we're having a deep talk about life.
Yeah. Yeah. And the outside is like.
It's like, oh, all right, just give me 1 second. All right, keep going.
Yeah, all right, hold on. Let me beat the shit out of this person. Pop, 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 pop. All right, we're good now. What were we saying again? Oh, remember we have a new AI. We have a new AI. So like, if he's like fucking around, Tim Killing is a thing.
Dude, if we could program the AI to say stuff, Jesus,
Oh man, that means we'll have to play on PC.
Jesus, that's the only thing
Oh
I gotta
yeah.
say. Damn, bro, that the content on that would be endlessly,
Mhm.
endlessly.
Mhm. It's a missed opportunity we don't play on PC because. Oh man. Now that
Honestly.
you say that, I would have done like a whole like video or not video, like a series. You know how in Fallout 4 they have the dog and those like fuck every time he speaks?
Oh,
Some shit like that. Yeah, instead of barking he's like fuck. Like super like it's so like it's such a specific kind of fuck. It's not like me saying ah fuck this or like no, it's fuck like a loud and
for everything, just
yeah,
anything. That just
yeah.
whatever happens, fuck.
Yeah, yeah, cause like you tell him, hey, sit down. He's like, fuck, like an
Something
angry
good
ass
happens,
fuck.
fuck. Something
Fuck.
bad happens, fuck.
Yeah, I fucking die. Good shit.
Oh hell no.
Bruh.
That
That
was a bro. That was a bro moment.
was so delayed.
It was. I could. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to pick up the computer because if I do, the button falls out. So I was trying to make sure that was precise as that shit. But yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Um, Andrew Tate. He went to prison.
Free my dude Andrew Tate, please. Top G, we miss you.
Top G, bro. Yo, grab that cigar and smoke it.
For real. Anyways, I don't know if you knew this, but you know the Twitch streamer Adin Ross.
Yes.
So, well, don't quote me on this. If I didn't, if he's not banned anymore, I didn't know.
They banned
Apparently,
him.
he got banned. Yeah, he got banned.
Why?
From because of for what is it called?
His
Having
affiliation with Tate.
females in his streams and stuff.
But there's plenty of people that do that.
Well, keep in mind, Adam Ross is just like he has a persona, kind of like I show speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
So like the dude was just kept on bringing like OnlyFans girls and top like
Mm-hmm.
Instagram models and stuff like that, and like they would sit on his like lap and like stuff like that. I don't know what happened that it escalated, and it turned out that he was gonna date one girl and it ended up being another girl, and I don't know why he got banned. Apparently, he got banned. Right now, he's actually trying to. So I don't know if you're familiar with the Andrew Tate like imprisonment that he has going on, and
Uh-huh.
only he has a total of 5 people that can visit him in the prison
Uh-huh.
of Romania.
Yeah,
I don't know if
Aiden's
you're
one of
familiar with
them.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Adin Ross is one of them. The other 4 are his family members. And so right now there is a petition to free his boy Top G.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, right now Adin Ross is actually trying to keep up the Top G name and always talking about him in podcasts and stuff like that, which is still pretty cool. For those that hate Andrew Tate, you don't understand. Like we said earlier, it's
Hmm.
just more of a guy thing.
Yeah,
It's I'm not trying to start fire, whatever. It's just the truth, that, or at least more my opinion.
yeah. Masculinity is
So
not something that
I'm
that's
not
evil.
I'm not saluting the thing that he said or what Andrew Tate did with that minor, but hey, it is what it is. He's his own being, and I'm my own. I don't support it. If he wanted to do that, it is what it is.
Yeah, we can't control what the people do. But outside of that, you know, obviously that's wrong. That's just straight up wrong. But outside of that, he does make valid points when it comes to masculinity. And that's kind of why I like
Yes,
to
yes.
watch it. But that's it.
Yeah, but to be honest, I feel like masculinity is kind of like fading away for this modern age now.
Hmm.
Well, again, coming back to like the boss bitch thing going on, kind of like downing men and so on, so on. They expect
Hmm.
them to do so much and yet so little. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, I mean, it is what it is. It is what
Yeah.
it is. At the end of the day, we got each other, and that's what matters.
Oh yeah. No, no, yeah. I hope a lot of people, whoever's watching this, really, they have someone they can always go to because it gets lonely out there. It gets really, really lonely.
Hmm. You
she
hear the
got
background?
Yeah, she got lungs on her, bro. She's like,
Yeah, she's just letting it loose.
yeah, she's just like, wow, never mind. I Right, here, hold
Bruh.
on. Now I'm scared. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not even gonna touch it. I'm just gonna leave it there. If I need to put it, I'll just. Hold on, hold on. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Bruh. Where
There we
you
go.
toss it?
It's right there. It's like next to you, to your left, somewhere.
Espérate, I don't see it. All right, we're good now.
All right, all right.
But
We don't like cactuses. Oh, never mind.
I still can't get the reason why everything is just floating.
I think it's just specific to like certain things. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll just leave that there. Clear up the my field of view, I guess. There we go.
Bruh. 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 Bruh.
That was a mistake. It's like a kid in a Toy
Lesson
Story.
learned.
Lesson learned. um, so are you excited for any games that are coming out soon?
You said what? Repeat that one more time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Are you excited for any games that are coming out soon? I feel like
Yes,
lately.
Hogwarts
Oh yeah,
freaking
yeah.
Legacy.
Oh, I cannot wait. February 10th, right?
Dude, I can't wait, bro.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't wait. Well, there's that, and there's also what is it called? I mean, I'm excited for well, I'm recently playing Pokemon. For those that don't know,
Yeah.
and I just got myself a Switch not that long ago, so I'm trying to trying to catch up as much as I can. So there's an update soon. I can't wait for that. There's that. We got, I mean, Chapter 1 of Fortnite. I mean, damn, I said Chapter 1. Chapter 4 of Fortnite Season 1 is almost done. I think that is ending like around like February, maybe. I don't know. But either way, I'm excited for that. I'm a big Fortnite fan. It is what it is. Hate me if you want, whatever. We got that going on. What else? There's a lot of games coming out, to be honest. Not
Mm-hmm.
only that, Mandalorian Season 3 is coming out soon.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Our
Yeah.
Grogu, my boy Grogu, the child. Have you seen the trailer, though?
I think I did. Isn't he supposed to be like traveling around with him again?
Yes, yes. They actually, spoiler alert for those who don't know or haven't seen Star Wars, they do mention a little bit more of, well, they didn't mention it. They're more like they showed a tiny, like, 3-second clip of it within that teaser trailer of the Order 66.
Ooh, nice, nice.
Yes, I know. And keep in mind, in the last season, the previous season, season two, we got a clip of Grogu that was actually we got to see his point of view within his eyes of him being inside of the Jedi Temple in the Order
Mm-hmm.
66, which is pretty dope. Another thing I'm pretty excited for is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. You know, my boy
Ooh.
Adam Warlock, finally.
Yeah.
He's been teased since, goddamn, I don't know when. Um, for real, bro. We've been waiting for that long, bro.
We just need like
Uh,
something strong like him.
Quantumania?
Oh, I cannot wait for that. Oh, Ant-Man and the
Yes.
Wasp.
Mordok, fucking King the Conqueror, bro. I
Mm-hmm.
can't wait, bro. What else? We got into another Spider-Verse. I'm excited for that.
Oh God, it's gonna be
There's
top tier.
been a lot of rumors, bro. I mean, then again, you know how Facebook is, man.
Yep, yep.
They always make up some bullshit. I don't know. We got confirmation of Spider Punk. We got confirmation of Spider Woman. Gwen, of course. Gwen's Spider Gwen. We got Spider Nora, of course. We got You remember? I sent you that link a long time ago. I don't know if you remember. There was a Japanese or a Korean Spider-Man that's
Yes.
summoned like a giant spider robot mecha, kind of like a
Yep.
Power Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
He's in it too. Uh,
You're forgetting one.
what is it called? Miguel O'Hara is going to be in it, which is basically Spider-Man of 2099. We got confirmation of Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire.
Did we get confirmation for that, or is it just speculation?
It's more like indications of because of like people zooming into stuff and the logos and whatever, whatever.
Okay.
But still, though, the hype is still there. Though I don't care.
You forgot one. You forgot one,
uh,
in, which is like the most hype
oh
point.
yeah, the animated Spider-Man, the
Uh-huh.
Amazing Spider-Man. Was it Amazing
Spectacular.
Spider-Man?
Spectacular.
Spectacular. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Oh
I can't wait
God.
for that because that's the one. That's the weird Peter Parker with the little mole on the
Yeah.
cheek. I forget.
Yeah.
What's it
Yeah.
on the cheek?
Yeah.
Yeah, that weird ass feature that you could distinguish.
Oh God, I cannot wait for that. I'm like a huge
Yeah,
Spider-Man
yeah. There's
fan.
that. We got the Transformer movie. I'm kind of excited, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. Transformer. The first three were great. The last two were kind of not for me.
I
Um,
I never liked
well,
them.
I mean, Megan Fox, man. But anyways,
I understand.
I understand. Let's see. I mean, what else? I mean, what else can I say? I mean, what else are you excited for? To be honest.
I'm I'm really. I know we're gonna get eventually a Fantastic Four movie, but what I'm really,
Yeah.
really hoping that they get right is the casting, because the casting is everything. So far, their casting has been good. Don't really have any complaints, but
To be
I,
honest, man, I sorry if I'm cutting you off
no,
right
you're
there.
good. You're good.
I wish it's the what's it called? The dude from The Office again.
Uh huh.
But I know for a fact it's not gonna be.
I know, and I, like I have mentioned before when we talked about this. I know it's for wishing
Mhm.
for too much, but I really want him to take the part because the way he interpreted the character was so spot on. I actually I loved it. His interpretation of the character was like really spot on with what the comics really are. Right? He's smart. He's
Yes.
very well mannered. He's like, oh man, how do I explain this? He Okay, so you know how Robert Downey Jr. played Iron Man to like the very core of Iron Man. He was cocky, all that stuff, and then character development
Uh-huh.
happens, and he developed into what we know now, in which he made the big sacrifice. The one in the Tony from the comics would have never done that sacrifice. If anybody would have done the sacrifice, it would have been Doctor Strange. But
Yeah. Yeah, that's
the
true.
sometimes it is okay to stray away from the comics and try to do your own thing. I'm okay with that. I'm very big on exploring like different types of things, right? But I'm
Mm-hmm.
also glad they made the whole multiverse possible because that way, in the case something doesn't really work, they can always go back to it and explore it in a different way. Because again, a multiverse, which is what the episode is called tonight, which again we ended up fighting the Avengers and we ended up in Rec Room because they beat the shit out of us. So we can't go back to Fortnite till the end of the episode. We can't go back until the end of the episode. So yeah, no. Hulk showed up and I was like, yeah, nah, bro, you got this. I'm out.
So, I'm glad that we're talking about Marvel right now
Hmm.
because now that we're bringing it up, I'm So, are you familiar with Multiverse of Madness? You watched it, right?
Of
Correct?
course, of course.
Okay, so you remember the lineup that they did for the fight against Scarlet Witch,
Yep.
which is who? Name the four.
It's Ramona, which is basically Captain Marvel. Black Bolt, which is part of the
Mm-hmm.
Inhumans. Captain Carter, which is basically just Captain America. Reed Richards, and I mean, if you want to throw him in there, Xavier, even though he can do shit.
Yeah, to be honest, the dude was. I was expecting a little bit more from. To be honest, that was kind of like a disappointment. Like, I'm glad they brought him
Yeah,
back, but damn, why do you got to do my boys like that?
that's a fact, bro. That's a whole national
Let
treasure
alone
right
Black
there.
Bolt.
Yeah, my boy Black Bolt,
But yeah,
bro.
so somebody kind of like leaked the behind the scenes. I have the picture right in front of me right now,
Mhm.
and then they have the behind the scenes.
Mhm.
They got the unused concept art, and they compare that to the movie. So the movie is the last. It's the plan B that they chose. Originally, they already had the costumes and everything. If you didn't know, so the lineup originally was supposed to be all right. Two of them were Captain Carter, of
Mhm.
course. Um, And then we got the what is it called? Miss Marvel, the one that came up in the movie.
Ramona. Mhm.
Or Captain Marvel, my
Uh
bad.
huh.
Yeah. And we were supposed to get what's his name? Who that played as Captain America? What's his name? Chris? Was it Chris Hemsworth or was it the
Aha.
other one?
Chris.
Because
Chris.
there's two Chris's.
Chris. Oh shit, you're right.
Was it Chris Evans? I think it was Chris
Evans.
Evans.
Evans. Yeah, Evans. Holy shit. Yeah.
Hemsworth is Thor, my bad.
Yep.
But yeah, Chris Evans is supposed to play. It was supposed to be the original lineup. Professor Xavier. There was only four for this original before the movie was even finished.
Mhm.
So it was Captain Carter, Captain Marvel. It was supposed to be Balder the Brave,
Oh, yep.
and it, yeah, Balder the Brave. Do you know who that is?
Mhm. That would have been interesting.
Yes, the son of Thor, supposed to be
Mhm.
like the main leader, and it was supposed to be Chris Evans as the crippled version of himself being the Iron Man.
Really?
Yes, that was supposed to be the actual thing. Here, I'm gonna forward this picture to
Mhm.
you actually, so that way you can give it a good watch. And I want to hear your opinion, of course, how to do this because I'm still kind of new to um uh Apple. Okay, I got it working. Let's go. Should be sending on your phone, right?
there's there's nothing.
Give it a second. You know how it is.
Yep, I hear you. I hear you. There we go.
Get it?
Yep. It's a lot of. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yep. And wait. Oh, it's supposed to be Balder then. Okay, I see what you mean. Balder.
Yeah. So, damn, bro, that would have been a really
That would have been a
kind
nice
of like
lineup.
yes, yes. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Richard Reed gave a really good vibe. Because nostalgia of the
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic Four. Not only that, but the cast himself.
Yes.
And then Black Bolt OPSL. I mean, he was originally in the comic books anyway. That's the lineup for the Illuminati anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
still a good option,
Yep.
but I feel like I would have rather watched that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, Neymar is supposed to also
It would
be
have been a
part of
nice
it.
touch to be like, oh my God, Chris Evans is back. You know what I mean?
That would
For
have been.
like that split
Mm-hmm.
second at least.
I think what they were trying to do with that was not give the audience like regret
What
for
they wanted.
watching. No, regret for watching Endgame and seeing their favorite heroes, like the ones that have been the longest, um,
Hmm.
come by like it was nothing. Even though that's kind of what the multiverse is, and like in the comics, no one really dies. So I mean, I get it, and I understand where they're coming from when they say, I don't want to feel like we're cheating the audience when it comes to death, because like death is supposed to be permanent. But in reality, when it comes to the multiverse and the Marvel Cinematic Universe or the Marvel comic universe, no one really dies because they can just hop onto the next universe, and guess what? There's another version of them. Simple as that.
That is true. That is true. See, what I'm excited, well, not excited because they're never gonna do it in my. Who knows? Who knows? I see it more in like an animated like thing. If I could find that picture.
Hmm.
Um. Du- 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 du-
So while you search that up, I'm gonna draw something.
Okay. Where is it? So, okay. I sent you one picture. That wasn't the one I was looking for, but I do want to talk about that a little bit. Get it?
This is worse than the first one.
Is it worse?
It's worse than the first one.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck! I fucking picked up the chair again. I knew I should have never
You're gonna
fucking.
be Sandy now. That's what you get.
Fuck. Hold on. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. It's all good. Ah, I got it. There we go. A little far away, but
One picture. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. So I sent you two pictures of some Marvel stuff. So I want to hear your opinion. So that's four topics that we could talk about for each. So that's eight topics.
okay.
But look at the other one too.
Uh-huh. Mhm, mhm,
Okay. We're gonna start with picture one.
mhm.
What are your thoughts about the Ghost Riders?
Oh, I've had previous knowledge to this. I actually really like this idea because, being able to just mount anything, and turn it into like basically another Ghost
Like a
Rider.
Hell Beast or whatever?
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think the possibilities with that are a little bit unexplored because you can ride a girl too. But yeah, next topic. The name Star Lord is both a job title and inheritance. That I sort of knew, but I never looked at it that way, right? Um,
Yeah.
because he is the son of Ego, right? So essentially,
Mm-hmm.
he's a celestial, but like he's not a celestial at the same time because he's also like half human. So I mean, it makes sense. I like I said, I knew this, but I never really thought about it that way. But I mean, that's why he's Guardian of the Galaxy because he's a Star Lord. Now, Black Panthers. I really like this because it's true. It's literally just the Avatar.
Yes, correct. To be honest, it's well, the thing about the Avatar is that he had to grow
Mm-hmm.
with his connection to the Avatar host. Give me one.
You're fine.
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
You're
Uh,
good.
but what is it called? Here with the Black Panther, you actually get to talk to basically whoever you want to. Kind of like the same thing as the Avatar, but the connection is already strong enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
With the Avatar was, well, I guess it all depends on who it was, to be honest, because with Aang, he had more of a difficulty
Mm-hmm.
compared to Korra.
In what
But to
sense?
be honest, if I remembered right, I think there was a Marvel zombie universe thing that happened, and then the only thing that got to
Mm-hmm.
basically find the cure was talking to the what's it called? To the connection of his ancestors, which
Oh,
was a weird touch. But like to be honest, again, it's not really something that's not shown a lot.
you know who really did a good job with that? When it comes to like
Who?
answers or like down the line type shit. My Hero
Hmm.
Academia.
Oh yes, yes. You've been watching that My Hero Academia lately, now have you?
No, I have not gone past season 3.
What?
I know. I
Look,
don't know.
listen, I haven't watched this season yet, but dude, I've heard only just good things about it.
Same. And like, I eventually want to start watching it, but going back
On
to
my
topic.
account.
Yeah, pretty much. But you have my Amazon Prime, so you want to talk about that or
Yeah, what do you mean Amazon Prime?
Amazon Prime Video?
Dude, I've been. Oh, you're talking about the fucking Invincible?
Yeah. Oh, it's coming too. Season 2. I was like, oh.
Dude, yes, I just saw that trailer today too, and I totally forgot all about it.
Hmm. But
No, but I can't wait, man.
oh, dude, it's gonna be great. I am purposely not trying to read the comics so that I can watch the series, but they're taking so
I
long.
wish, because like I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like before this first season, I didn't think it was gonna be a thing anyway. So I just like,
Hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I am pretty far in it.
Oh shit! But you didn't get to the ending, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
But I still really get to enjoy kind of like the seriousness. I almost said anime, but like you know what I mean.
Same shit, animation. That's what it stands for. But yeah, going back into topic. Again, for those that don't know, Black Panther has kind of like a rite of passage when it comes to like the Black Panther mental. They kind
Hmm.
of just keep passing it to the next king, to the next king, to the next king. It's a connection between ancestors and the present, and they're able to communicate with each other. So like, I feel like that's something they haven't really explored, mainly because like especially with like the older generations where they're more primal, they have more uh,
Hmm.
knowledge when it comes to like and like when it comes to like fights and all that. Although obviously taking into account, let's say now, where we have like a better understanding of how the body works and all of that. But there's something about a primal um, behavior that you cannot beat, and it is the absolute
Like most
feeling.
savage.
No, not just most savage. It's literally fight or flight, like life and
Yeah.
death type of mentality. It's not like, oh, you hurt me, I'm gonna run away. No, it's like, oh, you hurt me, I'm gonna kill you now, like really kill you. Like that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, you're left-handed? No, you're a witch. Let's burn you at the stake.
I wouldn't put it past them honestly. Hey, listen, humans are
Stoner. That.
similar to death. Oh my god, human. No,
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 but
I'm gonna stop. Well, I'm gonna
not gonna
stop.
lie, man. I feel like if you were to upgrade that ability of the connection to the ancestors, it would be like if you were to basically, telepathic talk is the thing, right?
Hmm.
But like if you were to able to talk to yourself from other multiverses with that
Oh,
connection,
what
you know
if
what I'm
the
trying to
way
say?
what if the way to do that is to finally introduce Xavier into the MCU and
Oh,
have
that's
him.
easy. Just hire me.
This dude, are you gonna shave bald?
Marvel, if you're looking for somebody, my name is Xavier. I could show you my birth certificate and everything.
Professor X. So if you, I feel like if you introduce him and he does this thing with the mind of people and whatnot, and then he's able to see like
Hmm.
the past like people and whatnot. He's able to. I feel like he'd be able to unlock that ability, not to just have the past people, but also kind of create this like council of Black Panthers throughout the multiverse.
See, that would be kind of cool.
Different kinds of Black Panthers and everything. That would be dope.
Now we just need an Xavier that isn't crippled. But no, that would have been my Professor Xavier. But anyways, so going to the next picture, the Iron Fist one. That one is to be honest, like I don't read a lot of Iron Fist
Uh huh.
comics. Cool dude and stuff. And, I seen him in the animated like Spider-Man like series and stuff.
Uh huh.
He always looked cool. White is always amazing. I don't really know much about his ability.
He, the thing with Iron Fist is as many comics as he has. I feel like his story is really a little bit unexplored. They always try to do something with him, and what it really just ends up doing is a team up, because like you can only take a character so far if you don't add new stuff to it, and I feel like they're just afraid to do that, right? Like,
It's like the thing about like Iron Fist, like Daredevil, and all that stuff. I mean, they don't really all fit into the same kind of like feel, I guess you could say, as a whole,
hmm
but they all kind of like fit in the playboy, rich, vengeance, Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean?
hmm
So like, I feel like there's a lot of like characters in Marvel that fits in kind of like the same description.
the thing is, Danny isn't like that. He's like,
It does get a little bit jarring, in my opinion.
yeah, the thing with Danny, right, which is the guy we're talking about, which is Iron Fist. Um, his character and the way they have made it kind of makes it so that you can't steer away from that specific what's it called, like mentality that he has, and that makes up for really linear writing when it comes to him. Um,
Hmm.
and they're just I don't know. I guess they're just scared to like kind of stray away from that and then go into something new,
Like
try
something
something
new.
new. Yeah, yeah, and like that's kind of like how you start exploring characters and like storylines and all that. Like Spider-Man, it was all about friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Now he's in space, and now he has the ability to go to a multiversal type of scenario if it ever
It's
comes
the
to
same
it.
thing with like Superman, now, he's going against like a lot of people and so on and so
hmm
on. Different planets, his origin story, different kryptonites that made him gay. What's better than that?
Hey, hey, listen, man. Sometimes you gotta join the LGBTQ community.
But low key, now I'm going to the next one, and I'm gonna kind of like hop around a little bit. If they integrate the Red Goblin,
Oh my god.
holy shit, dude,
Fun
I would
fact.
literally shit bricks.
Fun fact.
Um,
Um,
uh,
did you know?
uh,
Uh-oh.
uh,
What happened?
uh, something went wrong with this game or
Uh,
application.
oh, okay, I gotcha. I'll wait for you to come back and then I'll. I mean, we can
Okay,
still
okay,
keep
okay.
talking though. We could.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
no
yeah.
issue.
Keep it
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
keep it up.
But yeah. So the fun fact. Um, when they made the little crossover between Marvel and DC, they had Joker and they had Cletus, Cassidy in the same room and whatnot. The Joker
Mm.
himself said, "I'm evil, but you're the worst I've ever seen. You have done things that I would never have even thought about." So if you ever
Yeah, I mean,
want to
Cass,
question,
like,
yeah,
not gonna lie, dude, that is very, very scary to think about because,
mm-hmm,
I mean, if you compare the Joker to like the laughing, like the Batman who laughs,
uh-huh,
dude, that's scary itself. Like, you know what I mean? Can you imagine if Carnage was to like maximum carnage. I mean, not just regular carnage, maximum
Max.
carnage.
That's scary.
That's
That's
the one with
scary.
like the little spiral in his
Uh
forehead and
huh.
whatever.
Uh huh.
Um, were to kind of like morph together with what's his name? With the Batman who laughs.
Oh, that'd be.
Like
Oof.
the shit would actually be like super like impossible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. And then,
Uh,
ima-
dude, that shit would no, bro. Like, yeah, Peter Parker. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
it's gonna take both the Justice League and the Avengers to get those motherfuckers.
Yes, which I don't know if you. I think we did talk about this a while back. Um, you know that they made a collab a long time ago in the. I don't know if it was the '60s, '70s. I don't know what it was,
Oh no, I think it was like
but
the '90s, somewhere around the '90s.
yeah, 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 or some shit like that. And like, it turns out that like it was both the Avengers and the Justice League into one team, and the one who was like in lead of this both big, huge was Captain America. What are your
Mm.
thoughts about that?
So
Not
one.
Superman. Now we're not talking about the God. We're not talking about the God Superman or goddamn, Adam Warlock or Sentry or anything like that. No, no. We're talking about America leading both teams, the head honcho.
Well, think about it. Captain America has war experience, right? War experience creates certain personalities that are good for leading. Superman just happens to, well, although Superman's strong morals are good for leading, they do not compare to a war general. That is, those are two separate mindsets. Now, I'm just talking about just straight up war. I'm talking about shooting guns and everything. Superman they have had their own wars, like where they fight aliens and shit. But I'm talking about just
Hmm.
the strictly military mentality when it comes to that. Who else is there better than Captain America?
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So yeah, when it comes to that, like I definitely see it, but at the same time, it's like don't you want Superman up front? Because the dude is literally
Hmm.
bulletproof. But I don't know. I guess that's just me. I would want Superman, and I
No,
love
but
I love Marvel.
yeah, same. Uh, Now let's try to make this quick.
Hmm.
Kindred and the Inheritors.
Oh, I'm really hoping we can get this live action at some point because it is a storyline that is not only new, it's unexplored, and it is very interesting.
Honestly, they did touch upon it in the series, on the animated series,
Hmm.
but like I feel like it could have done better. Like, it's an animated series, they try to keep it kid friendly. I'm trying to see how they're doing it now with like Multiverse of Madness and
Hmm.
like all that stuff. I want to see that project being done now. You know what I mean?
You know who I would put up to the test when it comes to the Inheritors?
Blade.
No,
Oh, damn.
no, no, no. Andrew Garfield.
That would be kind of funny. That would be pretty funny. You know, now that we're talking about the Inheritors, what would be like a pretty cool like mashup? Whether it's like him against the Inheritors or him with the Inheritors. Morbius.
I don't think you're understanding what I said.
What do you mean by Andrew Garfield?
Did you read the? Do you know about the Inheritors?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're like vampires from different multiverses that basically come. They're basically the hitmans for all the Spider-Mans throughout the
Yeah, yeah,
multiverses.
yeah, yeah. So the reason I say I would like to see the Inheritors against Andrew Garfield is because he's the one Spider-Man who number one we unfortunately didn't get to see how he stopped pulling his punches. But if it
Hmm.
gets to the point where he has to stop pulling his punches because this is a multiversal threat. I want to see that story fleshed out a bit. Like I want to see how he obviously Andrew Garfield is a great actor, but I would like to see his Spider-Man in specific.
Bruh.
He's the only Spider-Man who has not healed from whatever happened because he had back-to-back losses.
Bruh.
Oh, sorry, no, back to back to back because he lost Uncle Ben. Now you can hit the button.
Bruh.
He lost Gwen, which is kind of his fault, and his friend Harry.
Bruh.
Harry because he was too hairy.
Bruh.
Harry was too hairy.
Bruh.
But yeah, if it's any Spider-Man, it's gotta be Andrew Garfield going up against him.
Yeah, that would be a pretty nice touch. But not gonna lie, it would be kind of cool seeing Andrew Garfield
Mhm.
into like now we're still keeping the Spider-Man talk,
Mhm.
being into the another Spider-Verse. Because you imagine if Andrew Garfield was to be in that movie and see Spider-Gwen,
Mm.
and then
Mhm.
wouldn't that cause like a jealousy upon Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man with Miles Morales? That'll be kind of like a pretty nice touch up right there.
Turn into a villain.
Oh, see, don't be, no,
That's a
don't
hurt
be
man.
doing my Puerto Rican boy like that.
Hey, I'm just saying, Andrew Garfield is a hurt man. So
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it ain't my fault the dude couldn't. You know what? I'm gonna stay quiet.
hey, if Tobey Maguire saved his Gwen, Andrew Garfield could have done better.
Can you imagine if Andrew Garfield killed Zendaya again, or killed his his Mary Jane?
Oh my god. Hey, I mean, they could touch on the storyline where like Peter Parker's sperm is like radioactive and it kills like Mary Jane slowly.
Well, not only that, he would have killed. I feel like if Zendaya would have died for Tom Holland because
Mhm.
of Andrew Garfield,
Mhm.
I feel like he would have. Well, he would have went batshit crazy. I feel like he would have killed Andrew Garfield. Tobey Maguire would try to stop him, but you imagine like if he also stopped Tobey Maguire and also killed Osborn.
Ooh.
That would have taken like the dark path. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
That
But
shit would have been like a really good what.
we should get that as a like the next season of What If. Like, what would happen if
I
Tom
mean, we
Holland?
are getting in season two.
Mhm. Are we
Think
getting that
about it.
storyline? Are we getting that storyline, or
So what?
are we getting that storyline?
Ah, see, I don't even know what we're actually.
I would like to see that though. I would like to see what if Peter killed Osborn.
But kind of coming into conclusion, would you like to play Fortnite?
Yeah, yeah. This is the conclusion here. We're gonna end it. We're gonna try to get a dub. If we don't get a dub, then we won't get a dub. But
Hopefully.
hopefully, hopefully we get a dub. I mean, if we don't, it's not the end of the
Let's
world.
see. Let's see how this goes.
If we don't get a dub, somebody's gonna be like, fuck.